often do you have a glass of milk? What about ice cream? Cheese on your pizza? Well, what if I told you that dairy products are not only bad for you, but also bad for those around you? My name is Sophie, I'm an animal rights advocate, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 reasons why you should ditch dairy. Reason number 1, dairy causes acne. So this is a little bit of an exaggeration because you can never say something that generally and have it be true for everyone. But what we do know is that studies show that people who consume dairy products are at an increased risk of skin ailments such as acne and psoriasis. Aside from countless anecdotal stories that you hear from celebrities and random people on the internet, a systematic literature search was performed to estimate the association of dairy intake and acne in children, adolescents, and young adults in observational studies. Their results? Any dairy, such as milk, yogurt, and cheese, was associated with an increased risk for acne in individuals aged 7 to 30 years. Furthermore, the American Academy of Dermatology claims definitively that all types of cow's milk, whole, low-fat, and skim, have been linked to acne. They claim that they have not done research yet to support why this is, but that the evidence across the world shows that this is the case. Reason number 2, dairy is not healthy. There are many different sources that cite many different reasons that dairy is not healthy, but the general consensus is that despite the pro-dairy propaganda spouted by the US government and other wealthy dairy-producing organizations, dairy is not really good for you. One of the first and most astounding statistics claims that about 65% of the world is lactose intolerant. How can the US government claim that something is a health food if over half of the world's population is allergic to it? Furthermore, hormones in cow's milk are linked to many different types of cancers. One study states, when we name cow's milk as one of the important routes of human exposure to estrogens, the general response of the Western people is that, well, man has been drinking cow's milk for around 2,000 years without apparent harm. However, the milk that we are now consuming is quite different from that consumed 100 years ago. Unlike their pasture-fed counterparts of 100 years ago, modern dairy cows are usually pregnant and continue to lactate during the latter half of pregnancy when the concentration of estrogens in blood, and hence in milk, increases. The conclusion of this same article states that increased consumption of animal-derived food may have adverse effects on the development of hormone-dependent cancers. If the risk is so great, why not just drink almond milk? And reason number 3, dairy is animal cruelty. For this reason, I'm going to bring you into the world of a mother cow. An excerpt from Life of a Dairy Cow. When she is born, a female calf is immediately removed from her mom and placed in a small enclosure by herself. Instead of her own mother's milk, she is fed pooled milk from the milking parlor and artificial milk replacer. She is dehorned and any extra teats are cut off without pain relief. When she's 3 to 6 months old, she is moved into group housing with other calves her age. Although she would normally be physically ready to mate at 20 to 30 months of age, on a dairy farm, she is forcibly impregnated at 12 to 15 months old through artificial insemination. 9 months later, she gives birth to a male calf who is also taken from her right after birth. Depending on his breed, he will either live in a crate so small he cannot turn around for veal production, or he will go to a feedlot and be slaughtered at only a year old for beef production. She is milked for 10 months, during which time she is impregnated again. She is given a short 30 to 45 day rest before she gives birth. She gives birth again, and the cycle continues. Every time her baby is removed, and she must endure the emotional pain again. Cows call out for their babies as they are separated. This miserable process repeats for the next 3 to 5 years. When she is no longer profitable, she is killed. She is slaughtered at 4 to 7 years old, though she could live up to 20 years. This is just a brief look at what a dairy cow goes through in her lifetime. Every time we drink a glass of milk, We are allowing this torture to continue on. So why not break the cycle? Thank you for listening, and remember, dairy not only does you a disservice, it does it to those around you. In order to stay clean, healthy, and sustainable, take the pledge to ditch dairy now. Thank you.